Mini episode 1383 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Welcome to mini episode 1383 of the FDH Lounge. This is FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our preview of Billions episode 5.11. Here's the top 5 notes of interest for the 4th episode of the second half of the season. Number 5. Wags might have met his match. Granted, that gal didn't seem at all like somebody who wants to be with Wagner for all the right reasons, but honestly, the ex-consigliere is probably too cynical to believe in true love anyway. He wants somebody to sire him a daughter for a second chance at fatherhood, and somebody who's turned on by his millionaire maniac routine sure seems like a logical partner. Number 4. Taylor is alone again. The first time that Bobby rolled a hand grenade into Taylor's love life, he created an enemy. This time, he's just reinforcing the hatred that his one-time protege already had for him. The traumas of Taylor's life will always be an Achilles heel when dealing with the most ruthless types in business, and Axe certainly fits the bill. Taylor came up short on revenge last time around, but appears headed for vengeance this time. Number 3. Axe Capital is no more. In one of the most consequential Billions episodes ever, the mothership dissolved, with everyone fired, and the biggest alphas being scooped up for the new investment company or bank. Unfortunately, the episode was far too jam-packed to leave room to show exit interviews and any of the posturing and backstabbing that goes with that dynamic. The changes, as we forecast, are absolutely revolutionary in terms of the landscape. Number 2. The Jeffersonian dinner was a Trojan horse for another of the program's epic multi-layered misdirection sagas. This one is clearly up there with the Ice Juice caper and the plot to destroy Connerty. It's hilarious to think of such luminaries as the Manhattan DA, the Governor of New York, the U.S. Solicitor General, and Chuck's own tycoon father as unwitting WebEx dupes in the scheme to feed misinformation to Bobby. Of course, Wendy got tricked into tipping Axe off to the dinner in the first place, and that could cause friction in the evolution of their personal relationship. And Taylor tricking Bobby into taking the bait will be the ultimate point of no return between those two. Number 1. Bobby actually nuts up with Wendy. As we touched on last week, Bobby's been too much of a coward to admit to Wendy the real reason he sabotaged her relationship, but after being in COVID quarantine with only the sentimental drawing of Wendy sleeping to keep him warm, he broke down and admitted his feelings, albeit in a comically stilted way. Wendy's equally stilted reciprocation was a bit surprising inasmuch as it seemed she was being cynical with Taylor in talking about why she was the one person Bobby would never betray. Honestly, the journey that she's gone on to get to the point of reciprocating Bobby's feelings is a bit more oblique, but that just adds to the mystery of how this is going to go. What's not a mystery is the amount of rage that Chuck will erupt with when his arch enemy ends up with the mother of his children. Writers, please throw Chuck this one significant bone: revenge sex with Laura. We can't wait. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDA